Welcome to my 5-minute lecture. This session will provide an overview of Chapter 12. We exercise critical reflection daily. We consider a news story about an impending law being debated. We face decisions about job changes or relocation with monumental impact on our family. We face circumstances that force us to question our morals, values, and ethics. Critical reflection is a process to examine information and requires us to engage in metacognition because it's structured, focused, and conscious. It helps us develop understanding and direct future action. We're methodically identifying, questioning, and assessing our deeply held assumptions about our knowledge, our perception of events and issues, and our beliefs, feelings, and actions. You use it academically when using course materials like lectures, readings, and discussions to examine biases, compare theories with current actions, search for causes, and identify problems at their core. The goal is to examine your thinking and potentially expand or change your perspective and behavior. Reflection is a mental discipline allowing us to examine personal context and experience while helping us learn, transform, and apply interpretations in a variety of contexts. It allows us the ability to consider personal perspective in comparison to an objective point of view, helping us strengthen our reasoning and our criticality. You want to focus on what will yield the best results. We want to be open-minded to develop understanding using different lenses to observe. This may include new information or interpretations, and includes broadening perspectives for the bigger picture. Your experience is complex. Depending on its application and situation, it will vary in its usefulness and the potential necessity to revisit. Reflection necessitates introspection. What role did you play, and how did your thoughts, behaviors, and communication impact outcomes? To maintain credibility and accuracy, you want to use the wisdom of established fact and theory and relate that to your experience. Just like developing an argument, effective critical reflection includes examination, determination of significance, and making sense of what is presented. Finally, critical thinking can be transformative. It can help intensify a sense of self and our contributions within our world. Some obstructions to reflection include hesitancy to face uncomfortable feelings, unexpected emotional responses, or unwanted conclusions about our own role that arise throughout the process. Focus is at the root of critical reflection, so a concerted effort to identify and minimize the barriers preventing us from effectively stimulating thought is needed to concentrate our efforts. The more we create a routine for critical reflection, the more we gain in terms of self-management by consciously examining those distractions and becoming more intentional in our approach to considering events, situations, and information. It also helps us learn how to effectively and actively use our experience, applying it to situations that help ourselves and others. We often neglect thinking as a skill and our minds as a muscle to be developed. Just like creating a workout routine or study schedule, critical reflection is the routine of the mind. We need to create an environment conducive to reflection, recognize the value of reflection on learning and acquiring new information. It also helps us become better predictors. We can problem solve and troubleshoot because we can anticipate what might be coming. We can make an informed guess of what the other perspectives may present and how they will be defended. Consider your approach and methodologies that are explored in detail in the text. Think of reflection happening in 2 phases. In the first phase, you analyze the issue and your role by asking critical questions. This is where you brainstorm, allowing the free flow of ideas, no matter how absurd, as a way to develop good ideas. Don't worry about being fully developed, being organized, or proper grammar, for example. The purpose is to create an open-minded, free flow of creative and innovative ideas. The second phase involves articulation. You use analysis to add depth, develop a clear position about what you learn to create a line of reasoning, and premises that use evidence and facts to support them. Your message requires organization and a logical order to enable your reader or listener to interpret your message clearly and easily. The key here is effective and accurate communication. Engaging in the process helps you add depth to your thinking and reasoning abilities. In this model, you will see that the process suggested includes a great deal of manipulating the information, breaking it down into component parts, while all along asking questions to help determine meaning and usefulness. The key is working through the reflection methodically and staying engaged at every step. dissect what is presented, extract what is needed, associate and connect it to prior knowledge, and experience as much as possible and discard the waste. Make sure to review this week's lecture for resources that dive deeper into these topics. Thanks for watching.